Hi. Welcome to the Human Design for Marketing podcast. I'm your host, Yvette Mayer, and this show's for you if you're done with cookie cutter marketing and ready to build your personal brand in alignment with who you really are. Let's dive in. Hello, and welcome back to the Human Design for Marketing podcast with me, Yvette. In this episode, I am going to be taking inspiration from Gate 62, which we happen to be transiting through as I record. Now, this gate is all about planning for flow. Now, I reckon that just like me, you're somebody that got into business for yourself, A, because you want to make a positive impact and contribution, but B, you wanted more freedom. You didn't want to report into anybody, be told what to do constantly, and essentially do work that was making somebody else rich and maybe even draining you. That is my experience, that is for sure. And so you set off into entrepreneurship desiring that you would have these things. But when it comes to freedom or flow in your business, you wouldn't be alone if that seems like something that is a little bit slippery and hard to grasp. So I'm here to share with you today my own experience and some inspiration for making sure that you are setting up your business to give you the freedom that you so desire. I have certainly had the experience where I have felt like I'm a slave to my business at times, that I'm working harder than I've ever worked before. And because of human design, and, I'm a generator who in alignment feels lit up and who at a deep level desires to be liberated, I always have to ask myself this question. How am I feeling? Is my energy expanded? Is it contracted? Can I shift? What's working? What's not working? And the truth is, if I didn't do this, I would have built a business that didn't work for me. And I think when we do this, it comes from scarcity. It is especially prevalent in the early stages when we have this sense of, I am not going back to whatever that alternative was, and I need to pay my bills, so it has to work. It has to work, right? And it has to work leads us to taking a lot of action around doing whatever it takes to bring money in. And that can be setting ourselves up for disaster. I recall when I first built my coaching business, and I built it all on one-on-one and 3-month contracts. And before I knew it, I had like 11 clients, and I felt like I was chained to my phone and my computer. And then every time that there was any sense of peace, I needed to, generate more demand, because financially, I wasn't at a high level of charging at that point. I was a very new coach. I needed a lot of clients to make enough money to support myself. And that felt so difficult. And it was really from there that I realized that I needed to go on the journey of creating group programs or courses or digital products that would allow me to scale my impact. And so this has been a theme through my entire business, and it remains a theme to this day. But one of the things that I'm sharing with you today, because we're moving through Gate 62, and given my own experience over the last 18 months, is that we definitely need to slow ourselves down rather at times, to really gather momentum and to speed up. And this is not something we're talking about. In fact, I was discussing this with one of my clients today, Danny, that we're not regularly enough in the industry talking about how you need to have both a slow lane around your business and your long-term goals and a fast lane. So we typically go to the fast lane, got to get clients, go, 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 at the expense of building out the systems, the processes, the offers, the ecosystem that are going to generate the sustainable, more freedom producing efforts and offers for the longer term. This has been my experience. And I know that at this point, I come across and appear as if I have so much freedom and ease and flow, and that demand is something that just happens when I drop an offer. This has not always been the case, and nor is it always the case consistently. But I will tell you that it has been an intention, that I absolutely realized after throwing a lot of spaghetti and trying a lot of things and feeling like I was hustling more than I desired to, and that I was chained to my business, that I had to rethink and come back to a place of how do I build my business so that I have the freedom that I desire. And look, my personality moon, or is it my design moon? No, it's my personality moon is in the 55, and the personality moon is all about what motivates you. So yes, abundance of spirit, aka freedom, is so big for me, but I think it's going to be big for you as well. So as I said, when I started, and even after that, when I was building digital products and having recurring revenue, there still felt like a lot of go energy, like hustle, 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 versus grounded, supported, relaxed nervous system, more freedom. And when I moved into human design for marketing, that was a bit of a watershed moment around, I can't keep doing it this way. I actually need to build more of a brand that is going to take work. You may have listened to some of my episodes where I talk about seeing the white butterflies and the bees that were the moment of deciding this was my path, and the bees representing hard work. I knew that to do this properly and to create what would be a legacy and a sustainable model wasn't going to be just, I'm going to switch topics, I'm going to start talking about this and it's all going to be fine. I did not want to do that because I felt like I'd done that in the past. So instead, I strategically set about building my profile and developing a body of work that would, over time, and it would take time, bring me more flow of people through into my business. Now, this has been hard. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, there were months at the beginning of 2023 when I barely sold anything because I was so focused on building my IP around human design for marketing. And then as the months unfolded, I kept going. I kept looking at how do I do this bigger, better, more sustainable. And, you know, I always had a goal of being easy to find as somebody that would help you with human design when it came to marketing. And that meant I wanted to be featuring on Google search when you searched for anything to do with marketing and human design. That was a goal of mine right from the outset. Now, that's not about finances or abundance in the beginning, but it was the long-term vision. And so I always had this short-term, for instance, I was offering readings and bringing in money through another program that was legacy from my business before this niche. But my long term, that continued to build to this day. And that is why at this point in my business, these systems, these structures have set me up so that I'm starting to reap the rewards of some of the things that were in my slow lane. Okay, so this dropped in as something important to share, because we're moving through this gate 62 at the moment. So you might be feeling this. You might be feeling like, I want more freedom. I need to put things in place to create more ease. I want more lead flow. I don't want to work as much. Whatever alignment feels like for you in your business. For me, alignment is always being aware of what's lighting me up and optimizing that kind of work to be front and center of what I'm doing. And it's also, if I'm perfectly honest, having consistent revenue flowing even when I'm not working. So this in recent weeks really showed up for me, because even though I built so much magic around my audience and my community and continual growth, when my father passed away recently and then I got sick, my income collapsed. There was a little bit of what I would call passive income trickling through because I built a $55 product at the end of 2023 and people were still buying that product. And you know what? It was that little seed, the fact that I did make money while I was offline from new sales, that had another penny drop. And I came back from that time away and I said to my team, good news, even though I've been offline, there still was a little bit of client flow. But what my dream is now, what I really want to create off the base that we've built is so much more of that. And I'm talking like 10 times. Like if we, and I always say we with my team, but if we brought in a couple of $100 over the last few weeks without me being on, imagine if it was 10 times that. Imagine if it was $2,000. So the seed was sown. And then when I refound my mojo, and it did happen, and especially with this, there was some energy coming through the gate 53, which is the gate of new beginnings, and then this gate, which is the gate 62, I went all into, now is the time to capitalize on a lot of the work I've done that can be monetized, that is more passive because the work's been done once and it can be sold over and over again. Now is the time. Now is the time for me to set these things up. And so in my last episode, you heard about the 64 Cosmic Content Code Guide, which was a brand new product that I released only a week ago now, 8 days ago now, that is phenomenal, that has had over 60 of you already purchase. It's gone off. It's blown my mind. I think we're at over $6,000 in revenue from this one product. And every day, people are still buying this. Every day. Like today, I've had 2 sales of it. And by the way, there is a coupon code for this guide in the show notes. So you can get that as well for 10% off. So first it was that. And then the next project was our Human Design for Marketing reading report. So this is the report that I started off doing. Oh my God, if I go back to the beginning, 18 months ago when I started doing readings, it was so manual. Like every time someone booked a reading with me, I would spend hours pulling everything together. But I began to systemize it and put it into something of an organized way of pulling the information that was branded pretty quickly. So it got easier and easier and easier. And then 6 months ago, I finally brought Sidra in. I spoke about this on the last episode, who helped me actually take it into an automated system. And so officially now, effective just the last couple of days, we now have another product, which is for you to be able to purchase your personal custom Human Design for Marketing reading. It's a report format. It's over 40 pages, all based on your body graph. It is so phenomenal and also such a big deal because this has taken my IP and, also traditional human design and gene keys. Like it's taken a lot of things and pulled them all together into a format and a system using the website called the Body Graph website, which some of you, if you have human design businesses, are no doubt using. We've used that system, but ours is completely custom based on my work and also the insights from broader human design. So a lot of what you get when you buy a Human Design for Marketing reading report is specific to marketing. And then there's other elements, like we don't go into the incarnation cross or the centers, for instance, through a marketing lens, but we share in the report how to think about them from a marketing lens. But for the most part, your strategy, your type, your authority, your profile lines, your personality sun, your personality Mercury, it is all based on the marketing impact of your design. And now you can buy that from us. And it takes 1 minute. And at this point, for a limited time, we're offering it at $67 USD. Okay, so in the last 2 weeks, maybe it's 3 weeks, since I got back from being out because of, not great things, but went, okay, let's actually get this sorted out. We have been bringing in at least $150 a day. A day. I know, it's crazy, right? I said 10 times, it's more than 10 times. And now the test, because in 2 days' time, I am getting on a plane to India. I am going to be meeting my long-term client, Trisha, for a retreat in India, in New Delhi. And then we're together as friends going on a yoga and meditation retreat in Rishikesh. And then I'm taking a few days at the end just to like decompress on my own. So I'm going out for 2 weeks. Yes, I'll be in contact, but I won't be really on the front end, launching, selling, doing all of those things. And yet we have put so much in place now so that I already know for sure and for certain that we're going to have more consistent revenue coming through. Not only that, but the backstory, the long term, and the place we are now in the business, and I do say we because it is a team effort, is we have the YouTube channel, the podcast, Pinterest, and we have a blog post on every single gate that is going out. So there is a machine of content that's going out. Now we're in a position to properly and effectively capitalize on all of the traffic we're already getting with the right offers. These 2 offers are the right offers. I know it already. I know it in my heart, mind, and soul. And so it doesn't require me to always be on because the long-term strategy was so sound and solid, but it's taken this amount of time. Like, I really believe it's taken 18 months for me to be able to put an offer out into the market, like the Cosmic Content Code Guide, and bring in, 60 clients within a week and make 5, 6, it's over $6,000 like that. Like that couldn't have happened 18 months ago without building my personal brand in this space, building my profile, growing my audience around this particular body of work. So you can see that whilst what you've seen from me a lot is front end sales, it's launching the Frequency Project, it's getting out there and talking about private coaching and so on. And that has been beautiful, and that's going to continue to build those bigger revenue spikes in my business. But now we get to reap the rewards of all of that energy in the long-term strategy, the slow lane. And that's what I'm really excited to share with you today. I want you to know that you need to have both a slow lane and a fast lane. And this slow lane, that's the slowing down that's going to allow the speeding up in the long term, which is some of what I'm able to experience now. 18 months. Now, look, everybody's different. Your goals are different. Maybe you don't desire the same amount of freedom and flexibility as I do. Maybe you're willing to work harder and to make this happen faster for you. I'm not. I'm in my 50s. I don't want to work harder. I want my weekends. I don't want to be at my desk on Mondays and Fridays. Like, I have some really beautiful boundaries around the way I work. It doesn't mean I don't work hard. I really do, but I optimize my effort so that I am living my dream life. And I really am. There's moments where it feels hard, but overall, I feel so aligned and lit up, and that this is the work that I'm meant to be doing in the world. And I think that would only be possible because I put the right pieces of the puzzle in place. So I have planned to have the amount of flow I have now. So that's it for this episode. If you love the sound of our new offers, go to the show notes now and you can get your hands on the 64 Cosmic Content Code Guide. Your feedback, for those of you who already bought it, has been insanely good. And now you can also purchase your Human Design for Marketing reading report. And it's going to be less than Australian $100, 67 US. You can do it like that. It will be in your hot little hands within minutes. It's that good. It's so freaking exciting. Other than that, have a wonderful rest of your day. I can't wait to be back in your ears again soon. And probably when you listen to the next episode, I will be in India. Take care. Bye for now. There are heaps more resources in the show notes. I can't wait to be back in your ears again soon. Bye for now.